reading for the water signs. Well, let's find out what the past energy is, what the challenge is, and where water signs are being led. All right, Holy Spirit, let us know what messages you have for the collective. So the first card that we have coming out is yes. All right, so some of you are making a decision on something, saying yes to something coming to the light. This is giving me allowing your light to shine. Holy Spirit, confirm yes. All right, we got doing nothing is fine too. It's giving me self-love, you time, self-awareness. Saying yes to yourself. Wow, the next card we got coming out is better alone than in bad company. Holy Spirit, confirm better alone than in bad company. And we got surprise underneath better alone than in bad company. All right, so the challenge here, I feel like, for some of you is letting go of energies around you that may not be serving your highest good at this time. There could have been a surprise that took place in order for you to do this. You could have been provoked in some type of way, or there could be a surprise on the horizon. Maybe, there's going to be an energy that comes towards you or triggers you. It makes you come to that realization, that being alone is better for you right now. Holy Spirit, what's the future energy? It says, I don't care to be perfect. Confirm, I don't care to be perfect. It says, relieve the pressure. All right, so I feel like for some of you, you could be dealing with some energies of people around you that, expect you to be perfect. They have a box that they've already established for you that they expect you to be in so that you can maintain these connections. And I feel like for some of you, it's getting old. It's to the point where maybe these individuals have worn out their welcome. Like time is up. And with relieve the pressure, I feel like this is something that has been boiling for a while. It's been rising to the surface for some of you, and now you're just at a point where enough is enough, and the next card we have coming out is let go of your comfort zone, which is going on top of yes. And so I feel like essentially that's what you're saying yes to. You're saying yes to doing something new. And for some of you, I feel like that is stepping out of your comfort zone in regards to your connections. It's finding a new space where you feel at home, where you're with people that you feel a sincere support from, where you feel a sincere connection with, where you don't have to be at odds and worry about what their expectations are, because you are just being yourself and you're accepted for that. The next two cards we have coming out is don't turn back. All right, underneath better alone than in bad company, and no, under I don't care to be perfect. So yeah, you're not turning back. Whatever these connections are, you're being asked to leave them behind you. You're getting to a space where you've made a solid decision, and you're setting solid boundaries with no here. In this season, I feel like it's not about being perfect. It's about being authentic. It's about aligning with your truth and what that means for you, and that means letting go of connections that don't align with that truth. For some of you, you could be in trauma bonds. You could be in connections that aren't growing, that aren't taking you anywhere, that you want to go, but are only keeping you either stagnant or bringing you down to a place where you don't want to be. And so I feel like for some of you, you're coming to the realization of that, that um, the expectation of being perfect is an illusion, you know, and it's no longer a box that you want to be in. Holy Spirit, let's see. Confirm, let's go out of our comfort zone. Please. We got close your curtains, close your eyes, and sleep. Under let's go out of our comfort zone. All right, so for me, this is getting out of procrastination, and it's for others of you, I feel like your comfort zone is getting to a space where you're receptive, where you're more in a feminine energy and you're open to what the universe has to give to you. For some of you, you could be more of the person that's on the giving end, always thinking about other people's needs or what it is that you can do for others. And so I feel like stepping out of your comfort zone is going to look like releasing that mindset and getting to a space where, you're willing to allow others to give to you more, and to receive. We got to say it louder. Under don't turn back. And as I'm saying that, I'm hearing the airplane come over. So I feel like that's confirmation that this is something that you feel very strongly about. This is whatever this challenge is that pushed you to the edge to let go of these individuals. For some of you, it's something that is inevitable. The energy is loud here. The energy is strong here. It's very apparent that there's no other decision to be made but this one, and that is to walk away. Confirm no, Holy Spirit. We got just the present moment counts, and this too shall pass. All right, so essentially what this is saying to me is that this is a classroom. The lesson that you learned here was to honor yourself, I feel. And I feel like basically, things are going to mellow out for you. This is only a temporary time where you're going to maybe be feeling these energies, whether it's anger, whether it's sadness, whether it's discomfort. At the end of the day, you can't change the past. All you can do is look ahead to the future and focus on the present moment. And so I feel like essentially that's what you're doing right now. You're letting this time pass, and you're giving gratitude for what is in this present moment. For some of you, this could look like taking time to yourself out in nature. You may want to go hug a tree or, just find more time in solitude to get your thoughts in a space where, you're at peace. But these energies are passing. The energy of perfectionism, expectation from other people. And you're going into a season, I feel, where you're out of your comfort zone. You're receptive to new love, to new connections that serve your highest good and what the universe has for you. Yeah, and unapologetic about it as well. The next two cards we got out is inhale, exhale, and don't care if you don't like me. So letting go of any layers that make you feel like you're trapped to be a specific way, to think a certain way, or to, be in some type of box, and detach, like being in a space where you're just detached and you just don't care, you're not fixated on anything or anyone. It's just about finding your zen, your peace within, and doing those things that make you happy, that amplify those feelings. Whether it's going for a run, whether it's, um, spending time with your pets. For some of you, you may get an extra boost of energy from your dog or your cat. Take it as it resonates. But you're leaving those past energies that, didn't serve you on red. You're not worried about likes. You're not worried about social media. Sometimes some of you are going to be detaching from social media, and you're just going to be tuned into yourself. Your own zen is what this is giving me. Because at the end of the day, you are lucky. You are lucky. You are fortunate. And standing up for yourself, standing up for yourself, your boundaries. Right underneath that, we got please leave a voicemail. So yeah, most definitely moving on, letting go of the energy of any sadness or discontent. Standing up for yourself, for your boundaries, for your peace, and being in gratitude. Recognizing the things about this previous experience that you have to be thankful for, the lessons you learn that you can apply moving forward, and where you are right now in your life. Where you are and where you want to go. If you made it this far, I appreciate you listening, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.